Good morning, Philadelphia Eagles fans, and good morning, NFL fans, to week, I believe it's 14 of the 2025-26 football season, where this week at home, the Philadelphia Eagles are going to be taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. You guys have been tuning in, but know that the format's changing a little bit. I am not on North Broad Street right now. It's actually a good idea this morning. It might have been a little slick. I'm going to definitely finish out the season, but we'll go from there. This way. Last week, I'll just jump in. Last week, yeah, a little disappointing, losing to the Chargers. Okay, even after it went to overtime, which was really late, was driving down the field. I was pretty confident to an extent, game-wise, entertainment-wise, that Birds were going to score a touchdown, game over, we're going to win. Obviously, Jalen Hurts had a lot of turnovers, and it turned out for us not to win. We lost a game, I believe it was 22-19. Which means this video will be a little quicker. I'm just going to put my thoughts out there. First off, public service announcement. It snowed last night, all right? About a couple inches last night. Went outside this morning. Son made an awesome snowman. It's really cool. And went out and shoveled my driveway. If you do have a lot of snow in your driveway, don't just think about yourself, especially if you're a able-bodied person. Make sure to think about the people around you. That's one thing that I love about the Northeast, is you find out who your neighbors really are, because stuff like this, you tend to help people out. I know I went over to my neighbor's house, they're a little bit older, and gave them some help, right? So make sure you get out there and help other people. Right? Football wise, now you guys know I'm all up in my conspiracy theories now. There's a bunch of weird things happening, or I want to say weird, but I think we all know what it is. Like the Browns punting from the 29-yard line, otherwise spread would have been messed up. Another team kicking a field goal with just seconds left when they were initially down by 10 to go down by 7, which doesn't make any sense because time expired. The NFL in its totality is just not, it doesn't feel good right now. It just seems like it's trending in the wrong direction. I'm even seeing how much money they're trying to squeeze out of all these different television deals. The reason why sometimes it's on Netflix, sometimes it's on Disney Plus, sometimes it's on Hulu, you name it. It's all over the place. So with that being said, I love stability, okay? And so I'm just going to look at the NFL a certain way, right? I'm going to look at it as entertainment. And what I love about entertainment side, and I kind of look at even the Eagles season now looking at like a Rocky film or so. I know certain things are not real, but you can still be inspired by certain things, and you can still see how people respond, including myself, and then move forward. That being said, anybody that thinks that Jalen Hurts needs to be benched is ridiculous, okay? Even in the entertainment world. You're talking about 2 of the last 3 Super Bowls. He's outplayed the other quarterback significantly and could have been a 2-time Super Bowl MVP, right? Now, I grew up in an era where the Eagles didn't win anything, right? I was born right after Super Bowl 15, okay? And then I know we had a #1 defense, what was it, 1991 or so, but we still got bounced by Dallas in the playoffs. Then went through the whole coaching carousel and Rich Kotite and all these different quarterbacks. I mean, I remember Bubby Brister being our starting quarterback. The Detmer brothers, Jim McMahon, Rodney Peete, you name it, I've seen it. Then Andy Reid came by, got Donovan McNabb, then going to 3 straight NFC Championship games and losing all 3. I remember that. Going to the 4th one, winning that against Atlanta, then losing the Super Bowl. I mean, then the down years, then having Michael Vick, then the Chip Kelly year, it was a year or 2, whatever. And then getting Dougie P and be like, we're just going to rebuild. And then from there, we've been a different organization, okay? I say all of this because we went from Nick Foles outplaying Tom Brady, or winning Tom Brady. Tom Brady had over 500 yards passing, whatever. But Nick Foles going toe-to-toe with one of the best quarterbacks of all time, Tom Brady, winning our first Super Bowl, and it felt like a dream. And then we get Jalen Hurts that ends up supplanting Wentz. And then in the last 3 seasons, has been to 2 Super Bowls, won one of them, for our 2nd Super Bowl. That's why we got these. I point them out all the time. And he just won Super Bowl MVP earlier this year. And you're talking about benching this guy? This guy that has had nonstop rotating door at offensive coordinator and has to come up with new stuff all the time? Come on now. To me, that says something about the fan. And something that I'm going to be working on a whole lot more. I'll see if I'm going to share with this channel or any other channels that I have. You can tell a lot about a person by even how they root for their sports team. How ungrateful you might be if you get to a place, the Eagles just won the Super Bowl last season, and you're always saying, oh, the barn's on fire. Like, what's going on? No, enjoy the ride. Also understand this NFL wants everything to be as competitive as possible. They're going to have as many teams in it so they can make as much revenue as possible. That's what their goal is. Their goal isn't to play fair per se. If you look to see what the calls are this year, they've been atrocious and they've only been getting worse. And people are still diving in. I think the NFL is trying to figure out how deep they can go until people go, wait a minute, I'm really going to pull back on this because this is so fake and phony. No, they have horrible calls just like Angel Hernandez in baseball, and they're still coming out in droves and spending stupid money going to games. Okay? Until a shift in prices and attention, all that stuff happens, they're still making a lot of money. They're not going to change anything. These refs are going to make calls that are in line with Vegas odds and betting, and then maybe at some point we'll feel that the reins will be let free and then the players can actually play it. But until then, this season's going to be manipulated just like the stock market is, okay? So let's get over that. And Jalen Hurts is a flat-out winner. If you don't see that, this is like how you roll. It makes me wonder, though, if how you run like your own life when you see things going on. Are you quick to like give up or quick to throw up your hands and blame somebody else? Or do you go, hey, you know what? He's got some stuff to deal with. I wonder how he's going to get through this one. I wonder how the rest of the team's going to get through. I don't know. There's just something different. And being distracted by all the A.J. Brown stuff, that's just boring to me. These are grown men. If you can't be a grown man playing a game for millions of dollars and creating drama, you know, like, I got other things in my life that I'm going to spend my time on. Now, am I going to watch the game? Yes. Do I hope the Eagles win? Yes. Are the Raiders a bad team? Yes. Do they have a shot at winning? Yes, they do, because we're on a skid, a 3-game skid, okay? Do we have some key people out, like Lane Johnson, Jalen Carter? Yes. The Jalen Carter one's kind of interesting. Lane Johnson, I think this might end up being his last year, or he might try to do one more or so. And then people are coming through. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But you know what? There is encouragement. You know, when you get knocked down, especially when you've already proven to be a champion, champions don't stay down for long, right? They always find a way, and then they continue just to do their best, right? And that's what I expect from Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, all the other guys, Devontae Smith, you know, Nolan Smith, Kobe Dean, Jordan Davis. I mean, that guy's a fun guy anyway. Zach Bond, Quintana Bay, Coop, you know, all those guys. I think that's what we should expect, and just see a good competitive game. Yeah, do we want to blow out the Raiders today in the snow? Obviously, yes. Do we want to have a strong run game like we did in the Snow Bowl against the Detroit Lions when Shady McCoy just went off? Yeah, I think it'll be fun. And ultimately, do we just want to take care of each other as Philadelphians? Yeah, you know, and have a good mindset about things. Enjoy the ride, enjoy the entertainment, not making each other's days worse, and just let it be what it is. So, that being said, yeah, go Birds, obviously, like as usual. But let's just, you know, take care of our minds, you know? Let's not only give each other our best, but let's give our team our best as well. Jalen Hurts, you're a winner. I know you're a winner. Keep doing what you're doing. Not turnovers, obviously, but keep on just pushing forward. You're going to learn. You're going to adapt. You're going to get better. That's what you've been doing your entire career. You've been doing that since, what, high school or so? Just keep doing what you're doing, and everything will be just fine. All right? Thank you for the Super Bowl that you already gave us. That's already in the bag, right? So we're not like wishing and hoping for something in the future. That already happened, right? Let's do it again. Even if you do it 2 or 3 more times, I mean, that's awesome. The fact that you even did it once is more than what I even grew up with until Nick Foles. All right? So this is coming from appreciation. Go out, help your neighbors shovel snow, and go Birds. Let's win it and knock Dallas out. Have a great day.